Hey there, Sarah Madras here, licensed therapist and founder of Esteem Builders Coaching. Last week in the video, I shared with you how our culture is setting up men and marriages for failure. And today I'm going to address women's role in that. So as women are evolving and becoming more independent, and as our times are changing and are less dependent on men financially, things like that, it is creating this shift within relationships as well. So let me start off with an example with a couple that I work with. She was frustrated in session and said, well, you can initiate sex several times a week, but you can't even initiate planning a date night once a month. And so for her, it was this frustration of, you're wanting something from me and you'll initiate sex to get your need met, but you won't initiate a date night to get my need for connection met. And so then it becomes this who will go first, chicken or the egg thing. Because the husband's like, well, you don't want to have sex anymore. Well, the reason she doesn't want to have sex anymore is because she doesn't feel connected. She doesn't feel valued and desired by you. She feels like a sexual object that is there to serve your sexual needs. And in order for her to want to have sex with you, she has to feel connected and valued. And that comes through spending quality time together through a date night and you initiating that effort and doing more than the baseline like we talked about in the last video. But because women are evolving so much and becoming so independent and such powerhouses, that a lot of times women underestimate the capabilities of their men. And it creates this dynamic in the relationship where the woman creates this energy of the man as another child. So the couple I'm referring to, she said, I feel like you're just another one of the kids. So now I have 4 kids instead of 3 kids because I have to take care of them and then I have to take care of you and blah, 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 blah. Well, the relationship didn't turn this way overnight. It became this way over time of the woman being independent and saying, I can take care of this on my own. I'll just do this. You're not doing it the way I want or on the timetable I want, so I'm just going to take it over. And women are overcompensating and doing so much that it creates the dynamic where men don't have to do much. And then that creates this big gap. Like I talked about in the last video, where men feel like they just have to go to work, spend time with the kids, and not beat you or cheat on you or have an addiction, and then that makes them, a good husband. So it creates this huge divide because women are continuing to become more independent and are robbing their husbands of the opportunity to step up to the plate, to show them what they're capable of. And so it becomes very emasculating for the man. I had another client who her husband vacuumed the house while she was at work, and he was so excited for her to come home and see, that the house is clean and it's vacuumed. And she came home and she was like, well, you didn't vacuum over there. There's no lines in the carpet over there. You did a half-assed job. And so it was this poor guy. He was doing this act of service to show his wife that he valued her, and it blew up in his face because it wasn't done the way she wanted it. And so ladies, allow your husbands the opportunity to rise up. If you continue to do everything for them and create that dynamic of, I'll just take care of it myself, then they'll get used to it. I mean, that's just natural. If somebody was doing everything for me, shoot, and I didn't have to worry about anything and I could just sit back and like, woohoo, I only have 3 things to worry about, that would be freaking awesome. Who wouldn't want to take advantage of that? Who wouldn't want to get used to that? But it creates that dynamic of a parent-child relationship within the marriage. And the women don't even realize that they're doing it. So just like the men in my last video didn't realize that they weren't, doing more to fulfill their wives' needs, women don't understand that when they are uber independent and are sending the men in their lives the message that they're incompetent, that they can do it better on their own, that they don't need them, it emasculates the man and it takes away their purpose. And so then the husband's less motivated to plan a date night. He just got yelled at for not having vacuum lines in the carpet. He doesn't want to plan a date night now. So ladies, do you have low expectations for your husband? Here's another example. For women who travel or go out of town, for a girls' weekend, before a woman leaves for the trip, 9 times out of 10, she has planned all the meals and either made them and had them in the fridge, has the kids' schoolwork, projects, everything organized. If there's a birthday party on the weekend, she has bought the gift, wrapped it, and it's sitting there. So literally, we dumb things down for our husbands to make it as simple as possible so that they don't have to problem solve, think, get creative. And then we wonder why they're not getting creative or problem solving within our relationships. We wonder why they're not getting creative about how to love us best and how to make us feel valuable. It's because we underestimate their abilities and we take care of everything and then we get resentful about it, which isn't fair to the guys. You can't do everything and then be resentful that he's not doing anything to help you because you've taken over. You've taken away his power. You've taken away his ability to step up to the plate, and he's fully capable of it. So I can speak this way because I was doing that. I was very independent and was doing things. And then when we had children, it became harder and harder, and I needed more help. And if I would have just run myself into the ground saying, I can do it, it would have created more resentment within my marriage. So now when I travel for speaking gigs, I simply say, these are the dates of my speaking gigs. My husband is fully capable. He is an intelligent, he's great with our kids. He's capable of taking care of them. He can plan he can figure out who's going to watch the kids while I'm gone. He can figure out the activities that they want to do while I'm gone. He can pack their lunch. He's fully capable of handling those things. And so women, ask yourselves, what am I getting out of this behavior? How is this behavior serving me? Is it serving me because it's giving me a sense of purpose of, if I wasn't here, none of this would get done and my husband would be screwed, so he needs me, and that provides me with a sense of security? Does it provide you a sense of purpose of, this is my role within the family to keep everything together? I am the rock. I am the one that coordinates everything. I remember asking a friend of the family, we were just having a regular conversation, and I said, oh, have you picked out childcare yet? And he says, no, my wife handles all that. And I was like, well, do you know what kindergarten? No, she handles all that. She takes care of the calendar. She knows. So ladies, we're doing our husbands a disservice because they are capable of doing it, and it would make them feel good. It empowers them. It shows them that you have confidence in them, which makes them feel good. It gives them the sense of pride that they know that you think they can take care of anything. And honestly, on a practical standpoint, if you continue to do that, you're doing a disservice to them and to your family. Because God forbid, if something were ever to happen to you, it would be a much more difficult transition for them if you've handled and you've taken care of everything and you never give them a purpose. You never instill or show that you have confidence in them that they can handle it. So next time you have a business trip or you're going out with the girls, just go out with the girls and say, honey, I believe in you. You can handle this. You can plan dinner. You can cook it. You can give them a bath. There's another example of a family friend who, when they were going out of town, it was, hey, did you pack the kids' bags? I have to take care of that because he doesn't know how to pack their bags. If you weren't around, I can guarantee you that your husband would figure out how many pairs of underwear, how many pairs of socks, how many pairs of pants, and how many shirts needed to go in the overnight bag for however long that trip is going to last. But we as independent women take it upon ourselves to do everything because then we get our superhero mom of the year badge. But we're doing a disservice to ourselves because we're burning ourselves out. We're doing a disservice to our husbands because we are setting low expectations for them and emasculating them and saying we're not confident and we don't believe in them. We're doing a disservice for our marriage because we're creating this greater divide of I want more from my husband, but I'm never giving him even the smallest opportunities to do more in other ways so that the family functions. But then we get upset because they're not doing more in the marriage. So it starts by creating this new dynamic. Allow them the opportunity to step up to the plate because they are capable of hitting a home run, okay? Trust in them and know that just because they may not be wearing the outfit you wanted the kid to wear while they were on the trip, the kid still has clothes on, okay? Just because they may eat pizza while you're on your girls' trip, they're still eating. So it doesn't have to be done the way, like release control. Ladies, free yourselves and release control. And know that your husbands are totally capable, and honestly, they want to. They want to have that pride of knowing my wife believes in me. She knows that I can handle this no matter what. And by doing that, they will continue to step up, and the distance and the gap, the disconnect between the husband and wife as he steps up will start to lessen. So don't underestimate your husband. Don't rob yourself of the freedom and partnership and the help and that sense of you are not in this alone. Don't rob yourself of that, and don't rob your husband of the opportunity to be there for you, to be that man you're looking for him to be. So you can't complain if you're not willing to put in the work to change the behavior too. Just like men can't complain, hey, my wife doesn't want to have sex with me because I haven't initiated a date night and she's always the one who takes care of that. It is not the woman's sole responsibility to carry the weight of the marriage. Just like it is not the man's sole responsibility to carry the weight of the finances. A marriage and relationships is a team. It's equal partners doing things together that serves the relationship best. Like, how does this serve my relationship well? And by underestimating your husband, it does not serve your relationship well. So I know you ladies can do it. Release control, have trust and faith in your man, and understand that it may not get done exactly the way you want it, but it will get done and everything will be okay. And you will have a more fulfilling and connected relationship because of it. Because, hey, you're planning on doing this for the next 50 years, right? And so you want to be in a partnership the next 50 years. You don't want to feel like your husband is another child for the next 50 years. So allow him to step up. He can do it. I know he can. And so can you. For more resources on how to build connection and fulfillment within your marriage, just click the link and download as many resources as you want. Like, share, subscribe, and until next time, thanks so much.